My grandpa started Shortridge Construction in the early 1960s. He started with residential subdivision development, and around 1968 he switched over to commercial and industrial development. It was in 1970, I believe, that Harris leased their first building out on Ellington Road, and they're still there today. Broadcast, I believe, was 1977, and after 3 editions later, they're still there. We just enjoy watching other businesses grow and helping them expand. It's in our best interest as a construction company for us to help businesses expand, because if they aren't building and expanding and new businesses aren't coming to Quincy and relocating, then we don't have any work to do.
Prince is one of the largest providers of animal feed ingredients in the United States and North American markets. The majority of livestock still reside here in the Midwest, and so that's a big factor. This is where the customers are. In 2008, we purchased just over 26 acres in the South Quincy Levee District in the area right next to the new Port Authority. This is the largest investment that our company has ever made. We're taking a look at the next 100 years. We've been in business for 150, and this is something is going to take us ahead by 25 to 30 years. We did formal evaluation of several other communities: St. Louis, Kansas City. Quincy ended up being the best place.
Starting my own business was a huge risk. What I'd always told people right after I'd done it is I went from a 35-minute commute to about a 35-second commute, because I actually started working out of the house when I started. In 2003, gained our first employees, and then bought Computerland of Quincy. And so essentially overnight, at the beginning of '07, we went from 15 people and about 4 interns to 34 people. We really, really rely on making it a great place for them to work. So specifically working with GREDF and the Western Illinois Entrepreneurship Center has been great. The grant that we were awarded not only helps us help our people, but helps us retain our people so that they stay in this area.
Cullen Properties, we've been in business about 20 years, diversified, multi-use type of developer, involved in retail, commercial, medical, office, basically all types of development. The Quincy opportunity came to us actually through a mutual associate in the development business, the Casto organization, that had owned the Quincy Mall since its inception. When we bought the mall, it certainly had great location, was a regional attraction, but had not necessarily had a lot of leasing focus. Our main focus since acquiring the mall has been to bring in some new tenants and to create some additional synergy and excitement around the mall.
Through the work of GREDF and the Entrepreneurship Center, in conjunction with the resources that the U.S. Department of Commerce and that we bring here at Bradley University through the state of Illinois, they have leveraged our services to create tremendous increases in exports, and that leads to new jobs and job retention for the companies in the Quincy area.
The health department right now is currently at 6th and Broadway. There's nothing wrong with that building. It's just that our programs and services have outgrown those buildings. With our new building and the exciting news that we have started to construct a new building, the design of that building will allow us to grow in our services. It'll allow us to reach a new level of the things that we can provide to the citizens of Adams County. The other thing that we were interested in was making sure that we were hiring all local people. That was important to us. And so the architecture, engineering, design team is local. And then the general contractor is local, and all the main subcontractors are local as well. And we're really happy with that, because of course then that brings dollars back into this community, it stabilizes this community.
Nautel's a 40-year-old overnight success. It's a company that's been in the business since 1969. For the first time in 34 years, the time came that we needed to expand our capabilities into the United States. So this is our first office opening in, as I say, over 3 decades, which is a very exciting time for us. Quincy, Illinois has the world's largest collection, if you want to call it, of highly skilled, radio-savvy engineering type people. So it was really the only place that we could possibly go.
American Renewable Energies is a subsidiary company of Ewing Land Development and Services that is owned primarily by my brother, Todd Ewing, and myself. With our agriculture background, growing up on a fourth-generation farm, we decided that we wanted to pursue a development in alternative fuels. And we landed the site in Quincy, South Quincy Bottoms, 172 acres. It is a development of the future, and we have the perfect site for it to happen. So everything is in place for it to be a very successful development for not only Quincy, but us and the people involved. Working with the three entities, Greta, the city, and the county, they have come together as a team and supported us in figuring out ways to develop the infrastructure to our site, within our site, around our site, and to plan accordingly for future developments around us, because it's not only about us, it's about the city of Quincy.